Alright, welcome back everybody. Welcome back. Uh yeah. Um it hasn't been some time. Yesterday I actually had to go to the zoo, so that was actually quite fun. And today I'm actually a little bit tired. I did a lot of work today on something way different than this. So, well, technically it's not different. It is different in another aspect of different. So, if I would have, if I would have chosen, if I would have done it, it would have been finished decent. Although it would not be representable as it should be, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so today we're going to be taking it a little bit slower than normal because, I want to make sure that I'm not going to be beating myself up like, I'm already down, so I don't want to be beaten up to the maximum. So I'm just going to be doing casually, working slowly towards it, and hopefully getting things done. So as I said before, I went to the zoo yesterday, and it was actually quite fun. It was actually it was a zoo with lots of birds. It had not a lot of animals, but a lot of birds in it. It was actually quite cool to see that such zoos exist, because I have never been to a zoo where there was only birds to see, and normally those yeah, I'm very happy upon what the result was once I got where I went once we got to the end of the whole damn thing. So it was quite fun to see that there were all these kind of different kind of animals to look at, all these kinds of different birds, and then you thought like, oh, these birds are very exotic. And then you come across the same bird again and again and again. So there were like multiple cages full of these birds, because it's a bird zoo, but you have all the same birds, but they're all in different cages. Why? Apparently there was at the end of the whole damn zoo, there was a whole bird cage which had like multiple of the same birds, but not all the birds are the same, of course, but they are the same in the being the same bird kind. So it was quite fun to see that these birds were all the same looking birds as the other ones. I believe it was a lot of eagles. Yeah, it was a lot of eagles. So I saw multiple types of eagles, but I only saw two types of eagles. So I only saw two. I saw three. I saw the fish. I saw the ocean eagle in the European version, American version, and then the stone eagle, I believe. And those were the only eagles that were there. So you could imagine that, I was like, wow, that is a lot of eagles right there. But they had like 20 of them. So it was like, oh my god, it's another eagle. Oh, wow. So I went to the zoo with my nephew, and he was also commenting on like, oh my god, those are eagles. They're cool. Can we adopt one? And I'm like, sure. Sorry. Sure thing, buddy. We can try to adopt one. And then we asked at the end of the zoo, we asked the zookeeper like, how expensive was that? And he pointed out like, well, for a normal person like you, it would be $150, or well, 150 euros to get one adopted. And I'm like, really? That's actually quite cheap. And then he says, each year. Oh boy. Yeah, so it was actually quite expensive. If you want to spend $150 each year on getting that sweet bird there, well, it is great. It is great. I must say I'm very fond on how much bird there is, how much you can spend on a bird to be adopting it, so it would stay in the zoo for $150. That's actually not bad. But you could definitely say so that the bird would actually be a very how do you say that? Why is there a fruit fly near my hand? Go away. Anyway, so distracted at the maximum capability. Anyway, it was very funny to see that these birds were getting adopted, and you could see these profile. You sneaky son of a bitch. Fruit fly wins this time, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of birds have been adopted, and it was quite fun to see that all these birds that have been adopted, they have like family pictures with them, or pictures of companies that adopted one of those birds, and it really made my day when you start being like, who are those people? And then the family pictures are like, yeah, we adopted a bird, man. It's hilarious. It's hilarious to look at. So yeah, so that I did that, and it was a hot day, so it was a hot summer day as normal. As in this time of year, it is very moist and very hot, or it is very cold and it is very cold but wet. So it's either moist and hot or it's moist and wet. So both ways are legit ways of how this country works. Most likely it's gonna be hot and not wet, but not every time it is that. So yeah, the birds got the bird. We saw the birds. We saw the people that adopted the birds, and then we went home. The funny thing is, actually, I made sure that my nephew was exhausted at the end of the road, because you don't want your nephew to be active when you're going home. No, he needs to be sleeping. So I did a lot of I actually played tag with him in the how do you say, the big giant playground? Yeah, the big giant sandy playground in one of the places we went to. So in the zoo there are actually playgrounds, and we played tag there with some more people, and I must say I'm still very fast when it comes to tag. Nobody can outrun me. I'm literally the man who comes at you and be like, huh, psych, I'm at your face now. I'm like this when you blink and then you see somebody just instantly running towards you like a mad berserker, and you're like, oh my god, help, and you cannot do anything about it because you're already gone. So yeah, I'm a true mad lad when it comes to running. I'm not very good at running long time. I'm good at running short distances very, very, very fast. You cannot beat me on that. So yeah. So yeah, my nephew was totally exhausted when we came home to his place, and his father was like, "Well, you can play some video games now." And he almost at the what was it, at the midpoint of when we almost wanted to leave. He almost had nothing to do anymore. He was like, "I am tired." Yeah, yes, you are. And then I realized when I woke up today, I had a lot of muscle pain because apparently I did some moves that not supposed to be done. Maybe that was because I actually did not, stretch before I went to play tag. Yeah, probably. Anyway, I had sore muscles, and today I had like a lot of work, drawing work, so I did a lot of drawing today, and that was actually quite cool. And I learned a lot from it. And I mean like a lot. If you ever want to consider working for somebody when you want to draw, well, you better get ready for it. Better get ready for if you have somebody that is, calling all day long. But it is good. I had no problems with it. It was just, it was just a little bit like, whew, that's a little bit tense, because I didn't realize I had to take a break. And if I don't take a break, it means that I'm a very pushy person when it comes to working. So I need to realize that I'm supposed to take a break. I didn't, so therefore, all the things that came with it, which is kind of bad. Probably, maybe, depends situational. But you see the problem here. I am very I'm a very good person when it comes to knowing my limits, but when it comes to having joy, you know, joy in working, and you don't know your limits, you overwork. And that's what I did actually today. I actually worked 3 hours in one row on a drawing, and I was like physically exhausted. Normally this would have been prevented by me just playing video games, but I was like, I was called in again and be like, hey, can you fix this? Can you fix that? So I was like, alright, I'll fix it again, and then, eventually the 3 hour mark went the 4 hour mark, and the 4 hour mark went the 5 hour mark, and, well, you don't have enough breaks, and once you don't have enough breaks, well, you probably gonna be exhausted afterwards. So, yeah, so all of this work, all of this, tomorrow I will definitely not do drawing. I definitely will not work on this. I will take my lovely day off and be like, well, you know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna do some typing and play some Temtem in the background. Temtem, record some Impossible Creatures, maybe. That kind of stuff I might want to do. But tomorrow, my lovely day off of drawing, because I normally am not supposed to do. I'm normally supposed to have some free. Normally I'm supposed to not do this. Or like 3 hours in 3 hours in one go. It's not very healthy. It's not good for you. It is bad. It is bad. It is good, and it is bad. I had a lot of fun with it, but I'm not supposed to have. You're not supposed to do. So, yeah, my mistake. So I will take that in consideration, and therefore I will not work tomorrow on drawings, because it's important. Speaking of which, I hope you all have been enjoying so far what I'm doing. Actually, I'm producing. I'm trying to do my very best upon improving, and I must say I'm very happy that I'm doing this. Even this is very, very educational for me. If you didn't notice, the thing I had to do today had to be involved with, not this kind of drawing, but it had to be involved with the kind of same way of like proportions and all that stuff, and making a drawing into how do you say it? Making a drawing into a sketch. No, not into a sketch. Making a photo into an abstract drawing. Yes, that is what I needed to say. I got things confused. Well, that happens, you can get confused. It is human. You're supposed to be confused if something's happened, like it's not wending to according to plan. So yeah, I'm very happy upon what I got from it, and now that we have this done, this is good. Now we can say like, well, we want to have this into a group layer, and we're gonna put this into it, and we're gonna put a second layer down. Now, what do I want? Well, I would probably want to go now for the colors for the well, fitness or yoga pants or whatever. I'm gonna be looking for some yoga pants and see what kind of colors do yoga pants have, because I like to have something like that. Well, at least I want to have something like that on the style of it. Yoga pants. There you go, yoga pants. Yoga pants, not yoga. Yoga pants. Just let's see what kind of Oh, those are yoga pants. Well, at least I know now what kind of colors they have. So there are different colors on yoga pants anyway. Like that. Yep, lots of pants. There you go. Blue is one of the things that I can go for. Gray is one of the things I can go for. Black is one of the things I can go for. Man, there are groovy yoga pants. Damn. Alright, so I think that's not a yoga pants though, but I need to just get colors. And then we're gonna go for t-shirts. T-shirts for women, and then I want to go for color. And I want to go for color. Please give me some colors. Please give me some colors that are cool. That fit well with the thing that I'm designing. So we have different kind of colors here. Look at that. Those are colors that we can pick from. I'm just looking through this and see what is good for me, what is good for thee, you know, all that lovely stuff. So, as you can see, it is not on the same. It's supposed to be not on the same tablet as the live stream, but hey, you know, I don't mind. I really don't mind. You know, you can already see that I don't have more tabs, so that's already good enough. So we can just look at this and look at like what kind of texture do we want, and then we can say like what is a good combination with red. Oh yes, that's actually quite a good idea. Colors that work well with red. Colors that work with red. There you go. Work with red. Yes, totally typed that right. So we're gonna be looking at this, and we're gonna be looking at what kind of color combinations we can use in red. We have red, we have cherry, we have rose, we have wine. I don't give a shit about what kind of colors those are. I'm just looking at the visibility of colors. So we're gonna just look at this. Laminate. Black on yellow, white on red. That's not bad. Red on green does not work. Red on yellow works. That works actually pretty well. Green on red doesn't work, as I stated before, but I need to look at some more better color combinations. No, not color combinations. I want to look at colors. Let's see if this is this the right one? Normal vision, yellow vision, warm, green. It's like almost looking at some cursed images right now, like, ah yes, these colors can work with red. No shit. So we're gonna be looking at pink, we're gonna be looking at red, we're gonna be looking at dark pink apparently. So it's a lot of pink in the red section, I see. Well, it's actually not bad. Honestly, we can see here already that we have like, yeah, we can go for blue, we can go for red, we can go for pink, we can go for light piggy pink, you know. All these colors can actually work really well with each other, which is quite a good idea. So, if we're gonna be going for those types of colors, we can go for that kind of idea. So we have the piggy pink here, which we're gonna go for pink. So we're gonna be going for reddish pink. Like this is a good pink here. No, there you go. So if we want to go for like a pink on this beautiful thing right here, this is a piggy, as you can see, it's a lovely piggy. Yes, you are. So the idea is like we're gonna be looking for things that we can use, things that we can design, or what kind of color scheme can we go for if we're gonna go for pink. This thing needs to be below the hands because apparently this hand is up on top of it, so we can better use this, so we don't have to deal with a lot of things here. And as you can see, we can go here and we can say like, well, this thing right here needs to be a little bit edited. Well, that is good. So this piggy right here needs to have some lovely colors with it, and you know, you can already see what kind of colors we can go for. So this is the base color for the piggy. Now, what we can do now is like we can pick up a little bit more of a higher color to emphasize on this part right here. And as you can see, that is actually working quite well. You could also go for the different effect, like you could also go for the darker effect, like this one. Or we can go for like, you know, a lighter effect in the middle and then go for down south. But I think a darker version is actually quite good to implement. So we now have like pink with more pink in it, and then we can go for like, you know, a little bit more on the snout. The snout also needs pink. And this is how you see like, oh well, we now know that we need, if we want to go for red, we have pink, blue, and light white. So now's the question, what kind of color of the hair do we want to go for if we have the pink hair, if we want to have for the red hair. So we want to have red hair in the end. So what is a good transition from red to what other colors? So we can look that up soon. Oh boy. We can look that up soon. We're not barbers right now. We're just looking up some stuff. We're just adding some base colors here. So now we can know that we can go for some kind of blue on the back, on the pants, because it said that we can use blue on the pants for the color in the right top color here. So we can go for some ocean blue. That's actually not a bad idea. I must say that's actually not a bad idea. So we're gonna go for ocean blue. That is like this kind of blue, turquoise, ocean bluish, this kind of blue, I guess. So we're gonna take a look at this is the blue that we want. Well, this is too much pink. That's not the color that we want. We want to have like a real blue, bluish effect. So we want to have like a light blue. This is the blue, right? This is the blue. Probably not. A bit more bluish. And then go up a little bit, like so. Is this the ocean blue that we want? We can take a look at it. Yes, yes, this is the ocean blue that we want. So we're gonna go for a blue ocean blue on the trouser thing, or whatever. The pants. There you go. Just the pants. We're gonna call it pants because I'm sick and tired of not knowing the names. Ugh. I could get the names right, but no. I am way too tired for that today. I'm way too tired to look it up and see like, well, this is, oh boy, this needs to be below the piggy. Below the piggy. And this is how you do it. And now we can see like, ah, well, that is lovely. This is like now a nice little color. We can go now also here, add, and there you go. Oh, of course. Here you're not supposed to have blue, it needs to be here. So we're gonna go just for blue here, and then there you go. And then this part right here needs to be blue. Okay. And you can now already see how this is all gonna be planning out. And you can see that this is actually a nice color to come up with. Because the piggy is pink, it still stands out from the blue, which is important. As you can see, it stands out from the blue, which is good. Because now it is like a lovely color and it is a cheerful color to come with. So we're probably going to be going for some cheerful t-shirt with it because it's fun, you know, having a colorful t-shirt, having colorful t-shirt, having colorful yoga well, sporting pants. That it is very important. So we should do that. So yeah, let's see. So this whole damn thing is gonna be very, very, very big. Note by the way that we're almost again at 1 gig, but because we're now working on the layers that we need to do, and then we can just merge them all together if we want to, or really want to. We can now, it doesn't really matter that much because we're now actually quite close to, look at that, I murdered it, finally. I destroyed the flying fly. No, you're still alive, damn it. Alright, anyway, as you can see, it's a very nice and easy, understandable, understandable, how do you say, understandable color to go for, because it creates this effect on the. It stands out, yes, it stands out, but it also gives the red a little bit more standing out, which is important because we're going to be combining a lot of things together, and we should definitely make sure that the red stands out and that we know that she has the red crystal. That is the main idea. We want the eyes to be towards the red crystal. We want the eyes of the people that see this drawing to be like, oh wait, she has a crystal, and then that's probably that she can transform. Yeah, that's the idea. It's not the idea of knowing that, oh look at that, that's a crystal. No, it needs to be like, ah yes, it's eye-catching and it needs to be representing that way. So, to make sure that things stand out, we can now safely assume that this drawing right here is probably going to be red. So the crystal is going to be red. We know that the pants is going to be ocean blue. So what kind of color are they going to be picking for the clothing, for the clothes? I have no idea, and I have a feeling I should have put it. Looking at that side, so hard. So hard to get proportions right, isn't it? Well, we know that she's pulling the shirt down with her hands, so technically I could get away with this. I hate proportions. It's so hard. It's so freaking hard. I'm getting better at it, don't get me wrong there, but holy hell, it's hard. So yeah. Now is gonna be a lovely day because I'm gonna be moving upwards down. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this like so. Now, oh wait a minute. Why did I have not blue selected? Did I select a pink in the hasty of colors? And now it's all shoot. Alright, fine. No matter. Alright. Now we just need to get this done properly. There you go. Like so. Yep. Alright. So, as you can see, I'm doing my very best here to fix all the stuff I need to do. And I came to the conclusion that tomorrow I need to do some very important business. Getting myself some pie. Why? Don't ask me. It's very important that I have my pie ordered for Monday because apparently, my birthday on at work, and I promised them that I would bring pie, but not some pie. No. That is the hardest part. It's not some regular old pie, from back in the day and all that stuff. No, it's very important pie. It is, it's province pie. There you go. It's province pie because it's far easier to understand. It's pie specially made in the province that I live in, which means that only here you have that pie. Regardless of where you go, only in this province you have the pie. So if you don't get the pie in this province, you cannot just go to your work that is in a different province and buy there the pie, because it is not the province pie. So tastes totally different. The main idea is that well, the main problem is that it has different flavors. It has different sizes and has different padding, or well, at least the ground floor, how you build it up, it's way different, which makes it far better on the taste, in my opinion. But anyway, let's continue. So we have now blue. We can go for white with the with the stripes if we want to. We can also go for black if we want to, or black and white. Maybe that's a cool one to go for. You know, having this sport idea. But first we need to have this part here done. So I'm gonna be putting down some. Yep, we're gonna go down for some brown. Not brown. We want to go for light brown. So we need to go for this kind of brown then, I guess, because we want to have this thing included. This is like a very difficult one to draw, or well, it's very understandable why we need to do this, because we have a brown, but it does mean that we need to go for something like that. Also, I need to see what kind of what the chords on a pocket watch is. Probably yellow even. Good point. Let's see. Hachimon. Yeah. No. Ak. Razor. Digital. Oh yeah. Digital ag. Ag. Digital ag. No, digital pad. Let's see if there is a digital pad, right? Yeah, there you go. Oh, what kind of colors they have? What kind of colors do they have on the necklaces? They don't. They normally didn't go for that idea. What I wanted to go for. Fine, I will go. Oh. They do. Black. Right, black. Yeah, that's one of the colors. Let's see if there are more. Probably not. You know, it's all these things, the little Aggie boys that you know you need to raise, and then you can play with them. It's quite fun. But I believe I even had one back in the day. Probably. Don't know actually. I know that I had a DS. That's one thing for sure. I had a DS. My sister had a DS, and I had a DS Lite. And oh man, we played a lot on those things. Jeez. Almost like we were addicted to those things. Probably not. Probably not that bad. Yeah, so we're probably gonna go for some darkish brown effect. Alright, cool. That's doable. So yeah. So how am I gonna do this? Well, I'm gonna be putting that on the piggy part, so you know we're not gonna be confusing that with this part. First things first, we need to clean this up because we like to be clean. Well, at least I like to be clean with drawing. So yeah, and then we need to figure out what kind of t-shirt we want to go for. If we can go for a very, very easy white t-shirt, or we can go for a more fun sportive t-shirt. But first I need to draw the crystal itself so that I have like a clear view of what kind of color I want to go for. We already know what kind of colors we have. We have light blue, we have pink, we have red. We can go for cherry red even if we want to. Whoa. So many colors that we can pick from. Alright, so now we need to go for some level darker. And we're not yet done. We're just putting in the basics. We're not even going to the multiple colors thing, because first I want to have some basic colors down before I go into that mad labyrinth of very, very problematical things. So yeah, I'm gonna do that first. No, lighter than. Can I go for that kind of effect? I think that's a good button. Yeah, let's go for that. Now we need to get that chord down. So we have Piggy, Piggy boy, Piggy, yep. And we want to have a chord down, so that's probably gonna be like, like this kind of chord. Yeah, that's a cool chord. It's not a bad chord at all. I like it. So now you can already see what and how things are developing. So even now we can even make sure that this chord is also reflected in the eyes, so we can go for the lovely reddish eyes here as well. Well, black eyes, the smiley eyes. So we can go for that. And then we can go for the piggy nose, which is the darker color piggy, pink, and then we can add a little bit more darker version of it to represent the inners of the snuff. There you go. Now, if we can see, that is lovely. Even though we'd not have yet added any shading or whatever, or second palette of colors into, we're just going for the basic colors, and then we're gonna go for this. And then we're gonna go for multiple colors. So these are the basic colors. We're gonna be calling them basic because that's what they are. They are basic. They're just basic. How do you gonna call them? Basic. Basic C's. Yes, basic C's. There you go. They're the basic C's. So we have the basic C's, we have Piggy, we have hands, we have well, that thing, the pants. So I need to add some more stuff to the pants itself, so I'm gonna be doing that. The pants consists of multiple things, so I'm gonna be quick grouping that into that layer. So we're gonna be putting that all into a group. And we need to have a second one. Yeah. Alright. So this one, I'm thinking about going for a black effect on the pants stripes. So one stripe of pure black, and then one stripe of non-pure black. The main downside is if I want to do that, you're not going to be seeing anything here, so that's horrible. So if I'm gonna go for that, I would probably go for this, maybe? Go for this kind of effect? Would that work properly? Well, if I'm picking up a color like this, that would actually work well. So we're gonna go for a pink one? No, we need to go for a blue one because we have blue. That way, if we're gonna go for the color won't cause too much trouble. So if we now take a look at this, there you go. So now we have that. Is this the best way? No, I should technically go for this one instead because of how the stripes are positioned. It might be smarter to go for the other one instead. So we're gonna go for one bluish black. Well, yeah, bluish black, and then the other one is gonna be white. Well, not pure white because then I cannot add the shading to it. So I should go for light blue then. Yeah, that is actually quite a good way. And now we can see, like, is this the color we want? So we have now this. That actually works well. That's actually not bad. Not too bad, at least. So if we want to go for something else, we can go now to the alpha mode to see if we want to have, like, do we want to have like a very bright blue? We can go for that as well if we want to. Do we want to have for like something like this kind of blue? Maybe that is a better one. It does create a far more nicer effect on the clothing itself. So if we want to go for like this kind of effect, we can go definitely for it. Also, I noticed that I actually had to pull that down. Well, I learn when I look at things. It's so annoying that I can see mistakes I cannot erase now because you know it is put down. Well, next time I will make sure that if I put this clothing down, I will connect it to this point instead of that point. Oh boy. Yes, yes. All right. Let's continue before we are getting nowhere today. Let's see. So, as you probably already noticed, I'm a very critic person when it comes to, my own art. Well, it is good to be self-aware of your mistakes, even though if you cannot fix them. I can't fix them because of the main problem that is solving here. Because I already drew it over, I'm not gonna be drawing it again. If I want to create a second art, which I'm probably gonna be doing because this is just, a reference art, then yes, I will draw it again, but this time I will keep in mind how to place the clothing correctly. Yeah, that's actually quite a real good sentence. I'm proud of that. Alright, so now we're gonna be looking at something like, alright, what kind of color do we want? Well, we could go for light blue. Yeah, we can go for light blue on the trousers. That's actually quite a cool color to go for. It's not too difficult, it's not too... But now it's the quick question, like, do we want to go for this kind of blue, or do we want to go for like a more better blue? Well then, look at that. One slip up and boom, instantly you're gone. Alright. So we have this blue. And we can say like, well, what do we want? Well, we want a little bit more wider appearance on it. Well, we can do that. We can put it into a lighter appearances, and we can say like, well, I don't want to be afraid of ruining everything, so I'm gonna be probably using the alpha brush to get it done. So now we have the more lighter version, so it's not as blending as before. Now we have the right color that we want. We can also now give it to the rest of the parts, which are these parts right here. So yeah, I'm just taking my time, doing whatever I need to do, because I'm already tired for today, because I have been working like 3 hours in a row, which is a terrible idea. I can't help it because I'm literally just want to get that thing done, and I was like very fascinating upon like, oh my god, I'm making so many breakthroughs there in that drawing, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And then I realized like, oh my god, it's way too late. So yeah, so next week I will be not no. Next week I will be able to do drawings. The week after that I will be on vacation for 2 weeks. So 2 full weeks of vacation. Now I'm gonna go away to Iceland, and then I realized that Iceland was gone. I actually ordered a group vacation to Iceland, and then there is now a car crisis in Iceland, so nobody can get there in their cars. So yeah, I'm gonna go to somewhere else. So good for me. So I'm gonna be that's actually quite, that's not bad. That is not a bad combination of colors. I like it. It's joyful. It stands out. It's joyful. It stands out. It is quite good. And then I can combine that with white if I want to. I can combine it with red if I want to, and it still works. All right, good. So 35 minutes. I still have 5 minutes left. Do I really want to do something? I guess I can look up hair because it's a thing that I need to do anyway. Hair. Good colors. Let's see if we can find something that has red highlights that work. So many. This is like, yeah, we're just gonna be looking at things like, well. Alright, so we're looking for red, which is a thing. Black works always good with red. That is, it looks so charming. Red with blue, red with black is always great. Blonde. That is actually quite interesting combination. I have not seen that too many times to go for blonde with a combination of red. Normally I see red associated with black hair. So what if we're gonna make it blonde? That would actually fit into the character itself. It's so a blonde. Yeah, that is actually quite a cool idea. I like that idea. I like to have blonde with red. That is actually a quite cool idea, and I like it. So we're gonna be putting that into a next thing. So we're gonna go for blonde. As yellowish. What is blonde then be? Blonde is yellow, right? Is it done that way, or is it more to the orange part, or to the red part? Not to the red part. So if we're gonna go for blonde, oh man, blonde, blonde hair. I want to know what the colors. Blonde hair color code. Tell me what color code blonde hair is. The color code for blonde is FU F0 E something something something. All right, let's see if we can put it in into the color scheme. Oh, doo doo doo. Yeah. Advance, please. Shading. I want to know granite, color palette, color patches, image. No, 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 no. Okay, well that's not it. And what if we're gonna go for the color mixing? And I want to go for the I want to type in that color code right here. Then that should. Did it not save? Did it not save? Nope, it did not save the color code. Copy paste. God damn it. Copy. Paste. Paste. No, you don't type it in. Alright, fine, I guess. F. Alright, fine, I'll type it here and then she's Louise. Alright. Typing it in. Need to get this thing there. Alright. No, no. Alright, can I now put this up? Yes, now I need to get this there. And now I need to get that thing there. Alright. Now I can type it. Alright. Hashtag. Hashtag. Come on. Hashtag. No, alright. Hashtag, yes. Good. F0 E2 B6. Alright, I did it. I hope I did it. I don't know if I did it correctly, but it should be done. It should be blonde. Should be blonde. So if we now look at this, this is not the blonde I'm looking for. But it is blonde. Alright, let's see if it works. Let's see what kind of charm we get. Well, we're gonna get blonde, so. Yay me? Yay me? Yay me? Yes. Yes, actually, yes. Alright, we found blonde. That is surprisingly easy to pull off. I expected different kind of results. I expected to be horribly horrendous kind of yellow. But apparently apparently the internet is right about this. Alright, good. Good. This thing actually doesn't need to, the thing actually needs to be red. Same goes for that button right now. It is like a foreplay on what the color is gonna be on here. Alright, so we're gonna go for blonde with red. That is actually quite fun. So now we have this beige-ish blonde. It's not the best kind of blonde, but it's blonde, and we can always experiment on it. 25. Well, you know, it's quite fun to look at anyway. It's always lovely to see like how much stuff I actually can pull off on this. Oh, so this needs to be on top of this. Alright, fine, I guess. I guess this is gonna be the most horrendous looking hair right now, and then fix it later. But first, we need to draw this, we need to color this all up. All up. So yeah. The crystal's gonna be red, she's gonna be blonde, and that is a good way to do all this stuff, I guess. It's quite fun to see that, you know, all of this hard work on getting things done, and I have like, yes, colors. A thing that I have never learned before, and now I need to learn it like in what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then remember everything. Luckily, I have like a very good photographic memory, so I can like, I know everything that I did before. I didn't know everything that I did after that. Even the boat project. Even the boat project. I know what I did with the boat project, and I know exactly what I do with the boat project. Boat project still. It's quite fun to see that, you know, when working on a boat project, that it was the first colors that I put down. Where like, you know, it might not be looking like a good color amount, but also the files were different. Now the files are what, 1 gigabyte max. That is like, it can be even lower, and I'm gonna be making it lower after I'm working on this. I'm gonna be lowering it down again to what, 600 GB almost. So yeah, it's a very fun, entertaining thing to look at. Also, it's very satisfying to draw and then color your stuff up. Even though this might not look like a good coloring right now because of all the things that I did not do, like the tree base coloring that I'm normally doing. But I'm not doing it right now because I know that if I would do it right now, I would definitely be like, oh my god, my brain doesn't work. So to make sure that I have a brain that works properly, I'm gonna be delaying it for tomorrow. Oh well, not tomorrow. I mean Monday. Monday. Because that way I will make sure that I have like everything under control and I don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. So yeah, I hope you all understand that, you know, otherwise I would have been already busy with coloring the hands, giving shade to that. But I think it is smarter to just do first the blend color, first the normal colors, and then go to the 3 palette colors, and then go to the shading and lighting. It's a it's a smarter step. It's a smarter step. It will create less mistakes. It will create less awkward looks into the color. Or well, less awkward shapes that are formed by the effect of the 3 color palette. Because, you know, this is not a 3 color palette, but it does look nice. It already looks nice. It looks already cheerful. It looks very pleasant to look at, and that is a very important thing. It's a key aspect of what I'm trying to draw here. This is the you know, This is always nice to look at anyway. Seeing yourself, your improvements grow and grow better. Oh man, it's a dream come true anyway. That's why I like to draw, because then I can see my improvements, and because I always remember my past mistakes, I always am very satisfied when things go my way. And when things don't go my way, I literally break my mind, be like, oh my god, I need to push through this, and then, I always will find a way. And if I don't find a way, I always take a break. And taking a break is very important, otherwise you will lose your mind, which is not a very healthy thing to have done. Why is it always that I try to erase and then boom, instantly the erase doesn't work properly? Oh well. Yep. So, yeah. That is also why the choppers are in the image of the Story of Awesomeness, because there are a lot of setbacks in this drawing, and there is a lot of setbacks and mistakes that I need to go through, and there's a lot of journeys that I need to face, because it's not gonna be easy. It is not gonna be easy, the end result of this whole story that I'm trying to write. Why? First, I need to learn how to use gamer codes to represent the story properly, which I'm almost nearly complete. It's getting there. Then, secondly, the main issue I had with the story was that I had problems with the speaking, which is now solved because of all the things that I can do with the program. Now, the only downside is that I now need images instead of, literally talking stuff. So I need emotions, I need images, I need to have facials that speak and all that stuff. And that takes what? A lot of time? Yeah, I think it takes a lot of time. I also love at how YouTube is always saying like, hey, you disconnected from the chat, please reconnect. And I'm like, yes, I know. That's also a thing I need to do. I need to update my PC. I need to get some more RAM because clearly my PC cannot handle YouTube and drawing at the same time anymore. It has been that time of year when you know that your PC is getting older. Ugh. The downside of getting older PC. It's like, how long have you waited? 3 years. Damn, that's a long time. So yeah. I think that this is actually quite fun to watch. Also, I should definitely put a blankie here again. Yep, I should definitely put a blankie here again because, I want to wipe the screen a little bit. So yeah, I think this is actually quite done. Quite nicely done today. And I'm very happy upon the result that I got from the blonde hair effect. And I hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, I'll wish you all a lovely day, and bye!